Hi folks, and welcome back. Another quick little Wednesday update episode. Episode, that's a new one. I love doing these little quicker Wednesday ones, bit less effort, bit less editing, bit less time. But you can see behind me the greenhouse is still not done. And I've got quite an important greenhouse update for you today. And it's very good news because as you can see here, I've kind of scavenged and been given some polycarbonate sheeting. Now, my last greenhouse update, I said I wasn't going to use polycarbonate and I didn't like it. But you can't look a gift horse in the mouth. This stuff was free. And the thing that's happened is that the glazing quotes, I've sort of found a few little replacement panes or things like that. So I've been getting the glazing quote down, but as the amount that you order goes down, the cost per pane goes up and up. So I need about 7 panes last time I checked, and it was £100 still. Originally I needed like 12 panes and it was going to be 125 or something like that. So it's just crazy. And if you were one of the people who very kindly donated through Ko-fi or PayPal, look out for an email. I will be offering refunds because obviously if I'm using this free polycarbonate and you've given me money specifically to glaze the greenhouse, that's not really on. So like I say, look out for an email. I'll be offering refunds on donations. And today we're just going to see how far I can get with this. Some of it's a bit ratty. Some of it I found in the shed. Like I say, it was stuff I thought I threw out. I had a big clear out a while back, and a few of the bits from the shed are ones that I bought. This is an offcut that I bought for this stuff, and this is quite good. So I've done a little bit already, as you can see here. Now this is not pretty, is it? It's an amalgamation of some things that don't quite fit, but it should do the job. This bottom pane is one of the odd-sized spares. I picked up 3 of these that were just almost the right width. They're a little bit skinny, but they do fit in there quite nicely. So I've got 3 of those that can go at the bottom of some of these bays, and then I'm hoping I can use polycarbonate to fill out quite a few other bits. The good news is that one I was just showing you, the spare that I bought, has a lovely corner piece that can go in here. So we're going to see. I'm going to do a bit of offering it up, and I'm sure there'll be plenty of getting things wrong. The one thing about polycarbonate, well, this is true of everything really, but once you take it away, you can't add it back on. So you do have to be quite careful with the cuts, and it can be quite tricky. I've sort of done a bit of this with scissors. Doesn't work very well though. So I'm sure there will be some shouting at inanimate objects, but you know, what would this channel be without shouting at inanimate objects? Let's see, we've got 4 really good sized bits of polycarbonate here. So I can't remember exactly how much I need, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to get some pen and paper and figure out exactly what was missing. I did eventually take the advice of some of the comments. I went away, made some sketches. I'm sure you can't see them on camera, but these have been quite helpful actually. And the simplest way to think about this, I was 11 short of the main pieces of glass that are used in these small width bays. They're such a strange measurement. But I was 11 short, which basically you got 3 in each bay. It means I'm more or less 4 bays short. And looking at the polycarbonate, we might just have enough. I was 11 panes short, and then I picked up 3 of the panes which I could flip sideways. So I've got a good feeling, folks. And it's such a gorgeous day that, to be honest, if I've got it all, I might glaze it today, you know. That would be a bit audacious, wouldn't it? But maybe. Oh, let's see if we've got enough. I really thought I was in for a stroke of luck there. We've got these this one it just makes sense to leave, you know, with the nice big point on it. It goes in here almost perfectly. And this is one of the kind of long panes. These are actually the right size for a different part of the greenhouse. They're not meant to go here, but they do work here. So I thought, why not? Oh no, someone's just started pumping out the allotment toilet. Okay, well, I'm going to carry on cracking on with this and I'll catch you up afterwards. I've just cut this bit to size to go in here, and there's just going to be a lot of this, I think. You know, cutting little bits and then realising I probably made a mistake. This was actually the perfect size to fill the gap at the back, the top, which I forgot about. So I've just butchered it, and I probably could have used an offcut from something else, but never mind, you know, there's going to be things like that. Definitely not going to be perfect, but this looks, it was already cut this way. Just had to take a bit off there, and look at that. It is a slight shame that the front bays are the ones that are going to look a little bit crazy, because, you know, this is where I often do all the filming and where people are going to see, but not the end of the world, is it? The problem with buying new clips is that the new clips are actually quite tough, quite difficult to bend outwards. So the little piece is in, and what I'm doing here is just making some little kind of homemade Z-clips to hold each of the panes, and they're way too long at the moment, so I'm just going to shorten them a little. A bit of trial and error. There we go, nice little solution. We'll just hold them in place there. Popping a couple of clips in, and this side is pretty much done. I might yet, oh God, I might yet remove all these and kind of clean them up a little bit. They are quite dirty, as you will have seen, but I'm just making sure these are all the right spacing and size, and so far, touch wood, it's not been too painful, but I'm sure something will go wrong. Now's a really good time for me to remind you to hit the like and subscribe, and hit the bell as well. Lots of people quite enjoy watching someone's YouTube videos, but YouTube doesn't do a very good job of showing them. So if you just remember to like and subscribe, and like I say, hit that bell, it means you're far more likely to actually see my videos pop up when you visit YouTube. And you can enjoy me getting frustrated at making a greenhouse. Now I have a number of these polycarbonate sheets, and the main issue is that they're all the wrong width. So what I've done, I think, I don't really know what the easiest way to cut polycarbonate is, to be honest. You can try and use a kind of sharp blade like a Stanley knife, but oh wow, my purple sprouting broccoli is getting mullered. Ah, the pigeons. I always forget about the pigeons at this time of year. Take the netting off, forget about the crawly eaty caterpillars. Forget about the pigeons. But yes, the polycarbonate, cutting the polycarbonate. I think the easiest way to do it, to be honest, is to use a saw, you know, like a normal panel saw for cutting timber, but it shreds plastic absolutely everywhere. So I'm using a mixture of scissors and a Stanley blade. It's quite difficult, but what I've done is very simply just laid out a sheet of glass, which is the correct width. This is the 51 or the 507 mil or whatever it is, the stupid measurement, and I'm gonna try and cut down the length of this, and hopefully that will work, and then I can do it on all three, and they should be able to just pop right in theory. I can't breathe. I wonder if you can guess what's happened here. I thought, yeah, I'll hold the glass up to it. It'll be perfect. Just done a nice straight cut. Really happy with myself. I am actually getting a stitch from laughing so much. I've just offered up the polycarbonate. And I've cut it so thin. I forgot that the glass that I've used as a guide was not a square piece, and I've just cut it along the short edge and not the long edge. What's the bloody point? I cannot believe I've done that. This is the best bit of polycarbonate as well. This stuff's really good. Oh, for goodness sake. I wonder, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna try and salvage it. This is gonna be really annoying, but it serves me right. What I'm gonna do, I think, is cut it this way, and then I'll have a number of sheets that can go up, but wow. I knew there'd be something. I thought it was going too smoothly. You just can't trust me to do anything, can you? Unbelievable. It's too funny to even be annoyed at myself, to be honest. It's times like these where it's a really good idea to have actually remembered to have bought a flask of tea. So wow, You see that just exploding? So you can actually stop and just enjoy the sun for a bit, eh? I just actually cannot believe that happened. I cannot believe I've done that. It's unbelievable. I was thinking, people are going to think I've done this on purpose to make a video funny. I wish that was the case. Oh my God. Oh, I forgot how hot that tea was. I've just completely burnt the inside of my mouth. Not my day, folks. You know, I just don't think I'm ever going to recover from that. It's like permanently left me with this psychic damage. I have cut this one to the correct size. Oh, maybe ever so slightly too narrow. I thought I was cutting it wide, but not too bad. There's a tiny little bit missing in the corner, which is really frustrating. I'm going to have to gap that up with something. I'll probably just stick some bubble wrap in there. That's what I did on the other greenhouse. But yeah, unfortunately, I've now got to go through and try and make this into squares so I can actually use it. I just thought I had another sheet somewhere, but I don't think I do. I think it was just this brown one, which I really do think is just a bit too brittle and naff to use. It's got a few cracks in it, a few big cracks. So we've got 2 bays done. If I can get that into squares and use one of the other pieces of glass, I think we might just have enough. You know, I really must say, despite the unprecedented levels of incompetence, it's just such a gorgeous day. I'm having just an absolutely amazing time. The way that it feels like spring is in the air, honestly, is just remarkable. The birds are singing like absolute mad. There's little robins flitting about, coming very close. The sky is just, it's a joy, you know, it really is a joy. It just feels amazing to be here today. And despite the mistakes, I am actually making really good progress. And here we are. I've actually cut a piece the correct size. Please excuse the water butt. This is in such a silly place. One of the things I am looking forward to is sorting out where the water butts are going. But look, I actually cut a piece correctly, and this piece is one that I've just cut as well. These are the ones that I cut badly. Now I've just made into kind of squares. And what I'm doing is making more of these custom clips. Pop some clips in. You know, today is nice enough that I think if you were in the sun, you could have a barbecue. The thermostat says 8 degrees, but it feels so nice in the sun. I've got this kind of pinned in. I think the easiest way to do it with these clips is to get it kind of set up and then get your pliers on and kind of bend it up so you've got your mark and you just know exactly where it's going to go. This last piece of polycarbonate going in just about as well as could be expected. It is just wide enough. I really nearly cut this too narrow, but it is going in and I think it should be okay for the time being. I'm going to carry on with this for a little while, but this is all of the polycarbonate in, so all that's left for me to do is to say thank you to my Chili Pepper tier patrons, Tony C. Smith and Michael Ryan. A very, very special thank you to those. If you're interested in becoming a patron, do check out, all the links are in the description below. If I get to 50, I'm going to eat the hottest chili that I grow this year. And if I don't get to 50, I definitely won't, because that is not something I want to put myself through, really. But to everyone, thank you ever so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again next time.